If you're thinking that you are left behind in life, if you're thinking that you are just too much left behind, then please listen up. Because chances are high that you're not. Chances are high that this is only inside of your head. Chances are high that you are not. Chances are high that you are at the right place. Let me stand that. Let me stand. There are many days when we are just simply doing something that is hard, okay? Something that is not easy. So for example, you don't really have the mood, the weather is not proper, whatever the case might be, you're just simply, despite of all the circumstances, you're deciding to put on the running shoes and go out there and run. And in the beginning of that running session, you're like, man, you're like, this sucks. Like, my life sucks. You know, like everything sucks. And it's like, this whole thing sucks. It's like, I'm just feeling like sucking, you know. And so you keep on doing the hard and boring shit, and at the end of the day, you're just simply getting through that running session. And so what happens is that your brain is just simply fills you with good face chemicals called dopamines. And so after the session, you just simply realize that, hey man, like it wasn't that bad. I'm not that bad, you know, like I'm not that left behind, you know, like I'm good with this running. I've been able to go through this no matter what, despite of me struggling with this whole thing. And so the same way, many times, we humans just simply have this tendency to feel left behind. To feel like, you know, like everything is just like a piece of shit. Because we are doing the hard things. Because we are living a hard life. And so, I had an interesting conversation with my brother. And so, we were talking about why to actually, quote unquote, struggle in life. Why to actually take the harder path. And so, brothers, I gotta tell you that before I've been choosing all the time the hardest things that I could conceive as the hardest, as the most challenging in order for me to be able to go there and grow, before me actually going there and attacking all those opportunities all the time without hesitation, I was feeling like a piece of shit. Nowadays, I have many times when I'm still feeling like a piece of shit. But what I eventually got to realize is that when I'm doing and when I'm getting all of the hard, you know, soul-crushing activities done that are actually set for me in order for me to grow. So, for example, man, like working out when you do not really have, you know, the mood for that. Although your body is capable for that, you know, it's like you don't really have the move. It's mentally painful, you know. Or I've been doing many times 1 meal a day because I had a huge problem with impulse control, and so this is my reason for me eating 1 meal a day. I had a huge problem with impulse control. Also, this is why I'm working out every single day. I just simply have this unhuman energy. Or fear or desperateness or whatever that case that might be, and I just simply have to, you know, like, deal with this thing on a daily basis. And so what I found for me is, since I'm not drinking, since I'm not, you know, using any drugs, since I'm on this no fat mode, I have to do something with that. So it's exercising. And so the point over here is that only just because we are doing the hardest things, it doesn't mean that we suck. It doesn't mean that we are left behind in life. So let me tell you this example. I started this new business with quite recently, right? I was switching my business model. And so what I've got to realize is that, hey, I also started a new outreach method, which took me 1 freaking week, at least more than a week, working on that thing, at least 3 hours every single day. I'm at least 20 hours I did put in, up until the point that I've been able to say someone to say yes. I put in 20 hours before any kind of an outcome, you know, like zero. Like I had this hope and I had this belief that this shit works, you know, like this shit must work. And so, you know, it's like zero results. It's like working, zero results. And up until this point, I still didn't get his phone number. I just got an overwhelming yes. That, hey man, yes, definitely hop on a call. He didn't give him his phone number yet. So it's not even that success. And the same thing with cold calling. Like I've been freaking cold calling people. Like I've been setting up appointments. I've been experimenting with this whole thing for more than 2 months. I can come up with the excuses now that, hey, I was quite much, you know, working on other things. I was quite much working on my other business, so on and so forth. But those would be just excuses. The point is that I just simply, I just simply wasn't calling enough, and I just simply wasn't dedicated enough in order for me to be able to close someone. I mean, I almost closed someone, but I just simply wasn't able to close anyone yet. And so the point over here being is that I know that this whole thing works, and I know that I'll be able to close someone because I had clients started, and I just simply know like this is how this works. The same thing if you're overweight, or if you're at a situation where when you are just simply not at the place where you want to be at, then we just simply have this tendency to not to believe that that thing is even real. And so this is something like a huge mindset shift that needs to, we need to really change if we would like to do something, because every kind of a big success will come from a long-term investment, okay? So for example, if you want to become a great musician, then you will have to fucking play that piano for 5, 10, 12, 15 years. Like, this is how it works. So the same with singing or anything, like anything worthwhile. If you want to become a good marketer or salesperson, it's like a lot of work. And so we really have to change our attitude from outcome-based to actually process-based. And this is also a term that highly used in the entrepreneurial sphere. So basically what I would like to explain here is that if you suck, bro, it's like, that's fucking okay, bro. That's fucking okay. Because you are actually taking on the hard shit. You're actually taking on the hard shit, like the cross on your shoulders. And so, especially if you're drawn towards those things, and especially if you are feeling that you have to get those shit done, then that's your place, man. Like, this is where you're supposed to be going. And so, at the end of the day, just start believing that whole thing works, man. Like, just start believing that there is this change. There is this change on the other side. There is the light at the end of the funnel. There is this something that will be changing. I just simply have to go towards that thing, and just do that thing every single day. Just do that thing. Just don't quit. Just don't quit, because shit will happen. It just simply might take more time, and just forget about the expectations. What you got. I'm talking about this because many times I just simply have this imposter syndrome, which is me thinking lower about myself. So for example, hey man, I'm not a millionaire yet, and I'm already 25. Why the fucking case should be a millionaire, bro? Just because you've been in business, and quote unquote business, like 1.5 years ago when I began, I'm like I didn't even have like a legal format or I mean like nothing. And it's like it was quite interesting. So I wouldn't say that business, but I was doing so much. But those things just like seems nothing to me, because I'm just simply not meeting my quota of every single day, learning something new. Because I'm just learning the same thing, but deeper and deeper and deeper, and that is just simply not as exciting that starting something completely new. And so I just got this tendency to lean into this imposter syndrome, and I'm just feeling that, hey man, like I'm a piece of shit, I'm not good enough, and all the good stuff. But at the end of the day, that's not true, bro. That's not true. Just keep on doing the work. The very, very good example, me and the appointment setting throughout Instagram. It's like, I've been able to set up my very first appointment. From this point on, it means that I can actually, I will be tinkering the process for another week. And after that, I'll be hiring someone. That someone will be actually taking charge of that thing, and boom. Simple as this, bro. Keep on the good work, brothers. All of my love.